everyone, this is Eugene Roddenberry.
Dr. Mohammed Noor.
Adam Nimoy, Leonard Nimoy's son.
This is Leonard Crowfoot.
This is Dr. Aaron McDonald, Star Trek Science Advisor and Lieutenant Commander McDonald on Star Trek Prodigy.
And you're listening to
Humanist Trek.
Humanist Trek.
You're listening to Humanist Trek.
the Humanist Trek Podcast.
And you're listening to Humanist Trek, a fabulous, fabulous show.
Enjoy.
And don't worry, you can do your Temporal Mechanics 101 homework later.
Hey, now I don't have to watch it.
You still have to watch
you
it.
just told me like
It's so
the
good,
plot.
and the music, all the songs are a bop. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, K-pop has always been good.
Yeah.
Perhaps I could use this as an excuse to go to those far-off planets with little polka-dotted people if necessary, and be able to talk about love, war, nature, God, sex, all those things that go to make up the excitement of the human condition.
This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Welcome aboard.
Jean-Luc Picard to the Starship Enterprise.
You want to review your rapid progress?
That nonsense is centuries behind us. To the Starship Enterprise.
Oh, yeah?
That is enough, damn it!
Tempo, mon capitan.
To the Starship Enterprise.
You can't deny that you're still a dangerous, savage child race.
Of the planet Earth.
You just don't get it, do you, Jean-Luc? That is the exploration that awaits you. Not mapping stars and studying nebula, but charting the unknown possibilities of existence.
Nuchnek, and welcome to Humanist Trek. It's a comedy Star Trek podcast about the humanism in Star Trek. I'm Sarah Ray.
And I'm Allie Ashmead.
Trunk or Treat was a huge success
Awesome.
at my elementary school. We had such a great time.
Awesome. Yep. I saw the pictures of something to do with demon. What is it? K-pop demon hunters.
Yeah, you got.
All I know.
You gotta watch it, Allie. You gotta watch it.
I will
It's
eventually.
so good.
I will. I got to be in the mood.
Yeah. Well, they'll come out with a sequel by the time you get around to watching the first one.
And then I'll have two to watch.
But it's stupid popular. All the kids love it, and I think I ruined it for my daughter because I got so into it that
And
she
now
was
she's
just like,
"Aw."
oh, yeah. K-pop Demon Hunters was so yesterday, Mom, or whatever. I don't know. We had a great time though. All the kids, huge fans of K-pop Demon Hunters. They all freaked out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was great. And I have a surprise for them. I have a different K-pop Demon Hunter costume that I'm going to wear Friday for Halloween.
Nice. So you're the cool mom right now?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
my
the
goodness.
cool, everybody's favorite lunch lady. And I was telling Becca, there's going to have to be some big hit thing every year now that I can get into so
you
that I
can
can
keep
stay
up.
the cool. Yeah, so I can stay cool.
Mhm. You can't give up your title. Yeah, now that it's
Right.
once you become the cool mom, now
Yeah.
you gotta hang on to it.
Yeah. I know I've told you a little bit about it off air. I don't know if we've mentioned it on air at all or not, but I mean, essentially K-pop Demon Hunters is about this trio K-pop girl group who fight the demons, and their song puts a protection across the land that protects them from the demons, and the demons create a boy band, K-pop boy band, to come up and like battle them and try to steal their fans and weaken the protection around the land, right? So
Oh,
that's the premise. But the
Mhm.
twist is that the lead of the girl group is also part demon.
Oh.
So she is a demon, and yet she hunts demons. And so, of course, her friends don't know this about her. And so the movie is really about like learning to love yourself as you are and not hiding parts of yourself from the people who really care about you. And like
Oh.
it, it's South Korean. It's got a great message.
Yeah.
But that whole like, oh, I'm half hunter, half demon
Right.
is like being caught in two different worlds.
Oh man, I love that. See, that's exactly what this episode is about.
Exactly what this episode is about. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. It's Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 2, Episode 20, The Emissary.
Commander, you'll soon be getting an intruder alert.
What? Got something, sir.
Intruder alert, sir.
It's an old-style starship, sir. Constellation class, heading this way under impulse con.
Number one, kindly take charge of our guests until we have time to decide what we're going to do with them. Sir, number one, keep them out of my way.
right out of the gate on this episode, I need to nitpick, and I'm sorry everybody, I have to nitpick. So we're in Data's apartment having another poker game, and the round gets to Data, and he says he thinks he should bend. And of course, they all correct him to fold, which then he tries to explain, well, those are synonyms. Is this not a highly advanced AI robot? Come on. He would know.
Yeah, he'd know. This is just them being comedic, you know.
Yeah, this is like in service of reminding us that Data is new to this game, I guess. But still.
Even though they've played it before, and he's an expert at shuffling and laying out the rules. Don't tell me he doesn't know what fold means.
Exactly. In fact, a lot of this scene is about reminding us that Data is new to this. Worf raises 50 and Data's like, I don't know, man, that doesn't seem like a real good strategy. And yet Worf has been kicking everybody's ass all night.
Right. And so Data is trying to tell everyone else like that Worf doesn't know what he's doing. But you don't even know what the word fold means.
Exactly.
And everyone is like, well, his Worf's pile is bigger than everybody else's. So I wouldn't really judge Worf right now.
Ultimately, Data, Geordi, and Riker all fold, leaving Worf and Pulaski, and they just go back and forth raising on each other until Pulaski calls and Worf beats her straight with a full house aces over queens. Then Data deals the next game and changes it to 7-card stud, after the queen, one-eyed jacks, and low card in the hole are wild. And Geordi's like, holy shit, Data, I need to write this down. Hang on. I need
know,
a piece
right?
of paper.
He's spitting out all of that terminology, and you're going to tell me you don't know what fold means? And of course, everyone is kind of looking at Worf as like, oh, you're the Iceman. You know, you're so good at this, and you're a great bluffer.
Unfortunately, the game gets interrupted by a call from the bridge with a Class 11 emergency signal from Starfleet Command, whatever that means.
Yeah.
On the bridge, the message is simply a set of coordinates to divert to. Further orders forthcoming.
Looks like it's just us, handsome. Beats my straight.
The Iceman wins again.
You took my last chip. You could at least smile, Worf.
So Data informs everyone that their destination is a point near the Boratus system. It was apparently colonized recently, and I wish we'd stop doing that. But anyway, there was a Federation outpost that was set up like 30 some years ago. And since then, the Federation has continued to colonize neighboring planets. But where they're headed is outside of the system. It's not a particular planet or anything. It's just a point in space.
Of course, they try to figure out the mystery before having the information that they need. But then they finally get a Skype call from Admiral Gromit, played by Georgianne Johnson. She played Elizabeth Quinn in Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Oh, God.
And she was in a ton of stuff, but one show caught my attention that I'd never heard of before. 1954's Janet Dean, Registered Nurse, which is the same format as Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Oh.
Thought that was interesting.
Interesting.
She also starred in Somerset in the 70s, which was a soap, I guess, that nobody really got into. But she played a character on 1,670 episodes of that show.
Somerset?
Yeah.
Never heard of it. And I'm really surprised because we love soaps in my house, and I've never heard of it.
Admiral Gromit is not very forthcoming with any details here, just that they'll rendezvous with a Federation special emissary, and something about that will be tricky. But otherwise, the envoy will relay all the details, and you will cooperate fully. This is a top security matter. And they hang up, and Data explains that apparently there were no ships available to carry this emissary, so they loaded them up in a Class 8 probe and shot it towards the rendezvous point. And they're all like, they did what?
It's 2 meters long, which I don't know how long that is in feet, but it looks maybe like 6 or 7 feet long. And it looks like, one of those things that you put on top of your car when you go camping.
Yeah.
That's what that's what the probe is kind of looks like. But Picard says, well, yes, it's small, but if you remove all the transmitters and shit, and then you put some life support in there, there'd be enough room for one person. And I'm still though, it'd be really small.
Mm-hmm.
But it's designed to travel at warp 9.
Bullshit. Aren't warp-capable things required to have warp drive?
A core or something, and this thing has nothing. It has...
Or, okay, I need my physics professor. Or do you have to shoot the probe while traveling at warp?
And then it just
And then
maintains
it
that
would
speed.
go. Yeah.
Maybe. Anyway,
I don't know. I got a lot of nitpicks with this episode.
Me too.
We're getting down to the end of the season, and they're just like, fucking get these scripts out quick.
Yep. We got 3 more episodes.
I also want to mention at this point, the woman at the navigation station next to Data, because she's credited as a co-star, this is Ensign Clancy, played by Anne Elizabeth Ramsey, who played Helen Haley on First Base in A League of Their Own, which I loved.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I've seen her she's one of those actresses that she's just been on a lot of stuff, and she's got that familiar face.
She was in Planet of the Apes 2001. You probably know her better as Lisa Stemple on Mad About You.
Yep.
So they locate the probe pretty quickly and get lined up to grab it with a tractor beam and then beam it aboard. And Riker heads down to the transporter room to welcome their visitor, and there O'Brien helps open the probe, and inside is a human body in a black life support suit.
With a mask on?
Yeah, it's like a Top Gun.
Oh, that's exactly what it was. It's a Top Gun fighter mask.
Yeah.
And of course, Pulaski is there to do her scanning to make sure that this person or whatever it is good and the life signs are good, but she's kind of confused on the readings that she's getting.
The helmet comes off, and a Klingon woman greets them and introduces herself as Kalar. This is, of course, the incredible Susie Plaxton.
Yeah.
The topic of this week's Starfleet Academy Cadet Challenge question that we got wrong.
Yeah.
But we'll save that for later.
We know it now.
Although I will say we have already seen her in an appearance in TNG that I completely forgot about.
I thought about that, and I should have said something, but she was a Vulcan.
Yes.
And we literally had this conversation.
Yes.
When Wesley was going through that like school thing on the planet, he was doing that test.
Yeah, the Starfleet Academy Cadet Challenge.
Yeah, and she was one of the students.
The Admiral is definitely incorrect.
But she transformed so well that like she's just good, and I adore her. I have a nitpicky thing for you, but whatever you were gonna say. So Riker.
Yes, Riker greets her in Klingon.
Yes. Now, what he says is different than what you say.
Yes, it's got to be a regional pronunciation.
Oh yes, it's an accent. It's nuchnech kalnech or something.
Yeah, what all does that? I should have looked this up. Where's my Klingon to English translator?
Nuchnech kalnech something.
Searching.
Klingon.wiki says nuchnech is the only known word that could be called a greeting, but its literal meaning is "what do you want?" So that's not really equivalent to hello. It's more of a way to prompt someone to start a conversation if they come up to you and don't immediately make known their intentions.
So what does the kalgnech mean?
In the TNG episode, the Emissary, the half Klingon Kalar, introduced herself to the humans in the Enterprise D transporter room. I greet you, I am Kalar. Riker responded in Klingon, Nuchnech Kalagnes? What do you want? I am honored to meet you, is the Kalagnes.
No.
I am honored to meet you. Anyway, she's like, wow, you're hot and you speak Klingon? And he's like, ¿cómo se dice un poquito en Klingonese?
He introduces himself, and then he introduces Pulaski. And then we get a sense of Kalar's weird sense of humor. He says, well, I hope your voyage wasn't too unpleasant. She's like, yep. Klingons are not supposed to mind hardship. Nonetheless, damn it. I lost my place. Hang on. something about half the fun is getting there. They've never been in a class 2. Where is it?
I didn't write that down. I wrote what you wrote down here, which is supposed to enjoy hardship, but I'm delighted to be out of that damned coffin.
Oh, and then she says, well, whoever said getting there was half the fun never rode in a Class 8 probe, and immediately she's not like any Klingon that, they don't have a sense of humor. And Pulaski's concerned about her vital signs because they're not typical for a Klingon. And then that's when we learn that she's not fully Klingon. She's half Klingon. Her father was Klingon and her mother was human.
And Riker and Pulaski share a glance here that can only translate to something like 2 dicks, 1 human?
I know. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, that's what I was thinking.
Right. In the conference room, Picard, Troy, Data, and Worf are waiting as the introductions go around the room and come to Worf. Kalar cuts them off, saying, "Oh, Worf, so this is where you've been hiding. I told you we'd meet again." And he's like, "I have nothing to say to you." Awkward.
I know. He was uncomfortable the minute she walked in the room.
Yeah.
So she
Act
said,
2.
Oh,
go ahead.
I was going to say, well, she says you haven't changed a bit and that she missed him too.
I greet you. I am Kalar.
Noch ne kelchnes.
You speak Klingon.
A little.
Kalar explains the mission. There's an old Klingon ship that launched 75 years ago when the Klingon Empire and the Federation were still at war, and the crew of that ship have been in cryogenic sleep all this time, although God knows why.
Why? Yeah, I don't understand why a Klingon would ever voluntarily go to sleep. Like, why?
Put themselves in the most vulnerable position in a time of battle.
A Klingon would never. I mean, never.
Captain, Klingon battlecruisers headed toward this sector.
Battle alert, Mr. Crusher.
Klingons. Klingon attack cruiser decloaking up the starboard bow.
Hello.
They are hailing us.
This is the Klingon vessel Matar.
In all my dealings with Klingons, including our Lieutenant Worf, the thought never occurred to me of Klingons laughing.
There is much about us you do not know. Klingons do not express feeling the way you do. Klingons do not faint. Klingons do not give in illness. It is inappropriate for a Klingon to receive family while on duty. Klingons appreciate strong women. Klingons do not pursue relationships. They conquer that which they desire. I am not concerned with pleasure, Commander. I am a warrior. I am a Klingon! If you doubt it, a demonstration can be arranged. Klingons do not allow themselves to be probed.
There's a lot of Klingon as a monolith in this episode. Anyway, now they're about to wake up and they have no idea that the war is over. And this immediately made me think of the Japanese soldiers who were hiding out in the jungles for decades, refusing to believe that the war was over. And of course, we know that Klingons have a lot of Japanese influence in their culture. This whole like death in battle is preferable to surrender, for example.
Yeah.
And I had a feeling this episode was going to be a lot like finding those old Japanese holdouts and trying to convince them that shit's changed and we're done fighting. But it really wasn't about that at all.
No, it wasn't. So they need to find the ship and then somehow tell the Klingons that they're not at war, but they got to find it before they wake up, because otherwise, if they wake up and they're not there, they're going to start shooting.
Riker has a great point here. He's like, wouldn't it be better to send a Klingon ship over there to deliver the news? They're not likely to trust a Federation ship, even with a Klingon on board. But the writers solved for that in that the Klingon ship is headed this way, but it just won't get here in time. So when the crew of the Taong, that's the Klingon sleeper ship, awakens, they'll be in striking range of several Federation outposts. And I love this next bit. Troy asks Kalar, do you think you'll be able to convince these Klingons that the war is over? And Kalar's like, oh God, no, not a chance in hell. This is a complete waste of all of our time.
They're Klingons. I mean,
right?
I bet she's part Klingon, but she's already saying, no, let's kill them. I mean, like what?
Yeah, we can try diplomacy, but when that doesn't work, and it won't, then we'll have to kill him. Yeah. And of course, Picard, this is the Federation. We don't do that here.
Yeah.
So he refuses that. Kirk, sure. Shoot first, never ask questions. But Picard, no, there's got to be a way to reach these people. So he assigns everyone some homework to come up with solutions and then assigns Worf to assist the emissary. So Troy escorts Kalar to guest quarters and they all leave Worf and Picard behind. And Worf's like, Captain, please don't make me do this.
I love this scene. Picard is he's like, are there any personal reasons that you don't want the assignment? And he says yes. And then but Picard asks, are there any professional reasons? And he says no. And basically Picard didn't have to say anything because Worf realizes how ridiculous and childish she's being, and he withdraws his request.
On the way to guest quarters, Troy and Kalar have a chat about the ability of Klingons and humans to sexually procreate, and we learn
everybody wants to know. Like,
we don't get the answers we're looking for, though.
No, and we shouldn't like we shouldn't pry into people's sex lives. Like that's exactly what everybody wants to know. How did that happen?
Well, the DNA is compatible, but it takes some help. So I guess there's some genetic manipulation required or something. But all of this is in service of finding common ground between Troy and Kalar because Deanna's half human, half betazoid. But they talk about how their experiences were very different. Kalar felt trapped between cultures, where Troy found it an opportunity to experience the diversity of two worlds.
And Kalar says, maybe you got the best of each world. And Deanna says, have you met my mother? Anyway, I love how likable Kalar is. And maybe that's just the magic of Susie Plaxton because she is amazing.
Right.
But like, so even though she's half Klingon, she's so likable. She's so funny. And I love this immediate sort of camaraderie that she and Deanna have.
Yep. They go inside the quarters and the chat turns a little more towards therapy as Kalar explains that she feels like she got the worst of both. Her human mother's sense of humor, that's gotten her into trouble. And her father's Klingon hot-headedness, that's also gotten her into trouble. And she describes it as a monster inside her fighting to get out, and it frightens her. So she keeps this Klingon shit tamped down. She hides her markings, her demon markings. You gotta see the movie, Allie. It's so good.
Oh, fine.
Oh, and then Troy tries to do some therapy trick bullshit. Sorry, Bruce. And turn a negative into a positive. She's like, but it gives you strength. That's a positive thing, right? And it's part of who you are. Like, it's what makes you, and we like you. And yeah,
that sometimes it doesn't work when they're not ready to hear it. So.
Right.
Okay.
Speaking of not ready to hear it.
So in the tactical room, Worf is sitting there and Kalar comes in and she's in a completely different, I don't know, it's not a uniform.
Outfit.
Cat suit.
Yeah.
Red, shiny.
I love the costuming on for her in this episode, except for the fact that it's all cat suits because obviously.
Yeah. But I'm like, okay, where did she bring her luggage with her? Did they just replicate it? Like, where did it come from?
That is a great question. That wouldn't have fit in the Class 8 probe.
Like, where did she come up with all these outfits? Because you'll see her in another one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, where did the luggage go in this Class 8 probe? Anyway.
No, you're right. It had to be a replicator.
Yeah.
Anyway, she comes in and he does not even look up from his console. He's just like, you're late, bitch. But the bitch was silent.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you could cut the tension with a knife. She wants to talk about whatever happened with them 6 years ago, and he's just like, all business. And I love this. She's like, Jesus, Worf, we're alone now. You don't have to act like a Klingon glacier. I don't bite. Well, wait a minute. That's not true. I do bite. Surely you remember that. I love her. She's just, you're right.
She's so good.
Such a likable character.
Yep. And she's poking at him. She's like, well, you weren't this aloof 6 years ago when we slapped skins. I don't know if they did. I don't know.
It sounds like she wanted to and he didn't.
He just refuses to look at her. And she's like, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you because you won't even look at me. And he says, I'm familiar with your appearance.
Oof.
They're just the whole tennis game of comments is quite funny. But she says that they've got unfinished business, and he doesn't think so because he's trying to just get back to the mission.
He gets up and goes to another console to work, and the computer shows the captain of the Taong is Katemak, but there's nothing about the mission. Why they were out there, what they were doing, nobody really knows. And again, this is like setting up a core difference between Worf and Kalar. He approaches this whole thing with Starfleet standards, where she seems to be taking a more Klingon approach. She's just like, they're Klingons. It's some military bullshit. And what does that even matter? What matters is what's happening right now. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, but evidence is something that we need. And there's no evidence to believe that. It could be anything else.
And that's not very Klingon because the old Worf before the Starfleet brainwashing have been rush into battle, shoot, kill, and then honor and death.
Yeah.
And it is funny that the contrast because she's more human physically, but she's more Klingon minded.
So she interrupts him and says, there's nothing else to know. These Klingons are from the old school. They're going to see us as the enemy and attack, and nothing we say is going to change that. And he's like, don't you dare interrupt me. Oh. And this just sends them into an argument.
So hot.
So
hot.
They get like face to face, and each volley gets a little more loud and yelly and a little more personal until finally Kalar storms out, pausing at the door to shout, "Meeting adjourned." What a great scene. I love it.
I know. I adore her. She's amazing.
And her and Dorn just chewed it up. They were so good together.
Yep.
Are you going to carry out your duties or aren't you?
All right. I will. Upon due consideration of the problem and careful examination of all possible options, my original recommendation stands. Meeting adjourned.
She walks down the hallway. She is pissing mad and goes into her quarters and then does some breathing exercises to try to calm the monster that she said is inside her. But then she fails because she fucking destroys that glass table. Of course, you got to have a glass table when someone's angry.
Of course.
You shatter it.
The one thing you don't want to be in Star Trek is a glass table.
I know. She just decimates it. And of course, here comes Troy knocking at the door.
Right on time.
Yeah.
Kalar's like, oh God, no, please don't therapy me. But Troy suggests, no, that's not what I was going to say at all. I was going to say, maybe you should try one of the workout programs on the holodeck. That is therapying her, BT dubs.
Yeah, it is.
Relieve a little frustration and not destroy any more tables. And at this point, Kalar's got another outfit, and I just love them all, other than, I said, other than they're all cat suits because, men are doing all of this. But the designs are so like cool and unique and
strong woman, badass, yeah. And gosh, if I could find the fabric and knew how to sew, this is what I would do for my cons or whatever. Cause
it makes me, not that I have the time for this right now, but it makes me want to watch it again and see if the color and design of each outfit is reflective of what's going on in her mind at that point in the episode,
I mean, the red she chose as her second meeting with Worf, just to piss him off, probably. It's sexy. It's
right.
Like,
it's seductive.
It says, "I'm here, bitch. I'm here." And the other one is more, little toned down, but still sexy. But it's more, for battle. I don't know. Don't know if they meant to do anything like that when they chose the outfits.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd just be interested to go back and look at it. So Kalar goes to the holodeck and pulls up the exercise menu. And of course, that she finds Worf's calisthenic program right away. And she goes in and picks up a Nintendo Power Glove from the ground. And there's like
no, it's the gauntlet from Marvel. What is it called?
I don't watch those movies.
Oh, but this is so long. This is like years ago. What is the glove that they call that Thanos had?
Yeah, that one.
It's Thanos' glove. It's just missing the jewels.
Okay, I got to look it up or we're going to get emails. Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, it's the Infinity Gauntlet. She picks up the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, see, none of that means anything to me because I never watched any of that.
No,
I know. Take my nerd card.
I actually stopped watching it, but I got sick of it. But yeah, I get it.
Data is giving Picard an update on the bridge when Worf storms off the turbo lift, being loud and disruptive. And he explains that Kalar declared a short recess. So he was going to go run some diagnostics on the tactical systems. And Riker's like, we just did that. And of course, Worf is just trying to bury himself in some kind of work as a distraction. And Picard pulls him over to the side and he's like, listen, what the hell is going on with you? You need to fucking relax. And Worf's like, I am relaxed. So good.
Sir.
So good. And of course, in that moment, he realizes what he just did. And he's like, yep, okay, I'm going to go to the holodeck and do some workout. Guess which holodeck?
Oh, of course. Because Klingons don't talk about their feelings. They rather punch something. Yeah.
A stunt man is in a TOS Monster of the Week costume, and he jumps down behind Kalar, and she fends him off. And then Skeletor jumps down.
Oh my God, I said Skeletor. I said Skeletor, and I swear they use the same Skeletor costume.
Oh, yes.
In the original series. It has got to be the same one.
That I don't know. I know we saw this before in Worf's, the original Calisthenics holodeck episode. I remember that.
Maybe that's what it is. That I know, like, they were using that.
But then there's also a slee stack in this episode, too. I don't know. We'll get to that in a minute.
A lot of Monsters of the Weeks going on.
So she shakes Skeletor off pretty easily, and then a third, and Worf is watching this from afar, clearly getting hard. And he approaches her, and she's still pretty, like, in the moment, like she's about to cut his head off, but she calms herself down, and she shit talks Worf's program. She's like, I guess it's okay.
It's not much. It's not much of a program. So he's like, okay, fine, watch this. And he cranks it up to level 2, and Skeletor and his cronies come back to life, and then they start fighting together.
Yeah, this is where the slee stack joins them. Worf tosses Kalar a sword, and they make pretty quick work of their enemies. And then Worf throws his sword to the ground after the last monster is vanquished, but Kalar comes behind Worf with her sword ready, like she's gonna take him out. And he pushes her off. But then it turns real quickly to foreplay, and they smell each other's scent. And Worf takes Kalar's hand and squeezes real hard until her nails dig into her palm, and blood starts dripping down.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck. Basically, this is classic Klingon foreplay.
Come.
You're upset.
Your finely honed Betazoid sense tell you that?
Well, that and the table.
After the break, Kalar and Worf are in a puddle of naked flesh smoking a cigarette. No. It isn't said here, but canonically, a lot happened during the commercial break.
Yeah.
Put a pin in that. And they've got their clothes back on, except for Worf's baldric, which I noticed he didn't have on. It was laying on the ground, and that was kind of the signal to like, oh, they did it.
Something happened, yeah.
Yep. Kalar seems pretty pleased with this calisthenics program. Unfortunately, now it's time to talk, and Worf is a bit more agreeable now that his little Alexanders have been released.
No. Oh, geez, Sarah.
Kalar wants to know why they didn't do this 6 years ago. She was ready.
sex such a big deal for Klingons to where,
Well, there is a little purity culture bullshit coming up in here too.
Yeah.
She thought she was ready, but Worf says we were both too young. But now, Worf shouts some Klingon at the sky, and she's like, whoa, wait, hang on. And Worf says, we are mated. And she's like, yeah, I know I was there, but this was just a hookup, man. Come on, you knew what this was.
Right, this was a booty call. Like, hold up. I'm trying to get married.
Yeah, so this is some bullshit Klingon tradition, and he declares they're basically married now. Thank you, that's not how humans do it.
Jeez, yeah.
And Kalar agrees. She's like, those are stupid traditions. It shouldn't be like that. And remember, she's of two worlds, so she's trapped between these cultures because for Klingons, this is exactly what Worf says it is. But she's also human, and these are not her ways.
Right. And, not to, the last thing you want to do after you have sex with a guy is like insult him. She's like,
Right.
It was great and everything, but it didn't mean anything. And I'm like, oh.
Okay, but fellas, the worst thing you can do after sex is propose.
I know.
Don't fucking do that either.
This is 2025. We ain't trying to get married. We ain't not trying to get married to you.
And she has to refuse far more times than was comfortable for me.
Yeah.
No means no, Worf.
Yep. When she said it didn't mean anything, he shoots back at her that's a human attitude, and she's like, "I am human," but she's also a Klingon. But Kalar just is like, that doesn't mean we have to bond for life. That makes no sense. It's your way, not mine.
In the end, Worf says, then this night meant nothing, and I don't believe that at all. And she's like, well, believe whatever you want, and storms out.
Yeah.
On the bridge, there's another credited co-star you might recognize, a young tactical officer with no character name.
Yes!
That's Dietrich Bader, a.k.a. Oswald from the Drew Carey Show.
I know. He was on Office Space as well.
Yes.
He's a comedian. I mean,
Napoleon Dynamite.
He's great, and I don't know if he was ever in it again.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, it's so cool to see these young faces that before we knew them.
Yeah, and I had no idea that's who that was until like yesterday when I was making my notes. Like, whoa, so good. He did a shit ton of like voice acting work, including the voice of Batman on a bunch of different shows. He did like Batman on a Scooby-Doo special or something. Like it was crazy. Yeah. Anyway, they're laying in a search pattern to find the Klingon ship. And back in the tactical room, Worf and Data arrive to find Kalar hard at work. She's running some simulations. And again, the air between them is pretty awkward. And she thinks Data's here to play chaperone. And of course, Data doesn't get that.
Yeah. She's thinking Worf didn't want to be alone with her, so he dragged Data along. And Data has no idea what the tension is between them, which I'm really surprised. But
I love that this didn't stop her from being herself. Because she's like, Worf, you would have gone through with that oath, wouldn't you? Because of honor bullshit or whatever. Like, is honor the only thing that matters to you? What about our lives, our careers? And this reflected to me the idea of like, oh shit, we're pregnant and we're really young and we don't know what we're doing. And, if you live in a place where abortion is off the table, like, yeah, you really do need to think about your future and how this affects your lives and your careers and stuff.
And it's probably in Klingon culture, if they're as primitive as they seem, I would think that as a woman, she would have to be the one to give up everything.
Oh, of course.
So yeah. And she says all that, and then she's like, poor android, because he has no idea. He has no idea what's going on. She's like, whose behavior do you find more confusing, human or Klingon? And right now, he can't decide on which.
There's a great cut here. Kalar starts explaining to Worf and Data there are two possibilities, and mid-sentence we cut to the conference room where the sentence continues, now with everyone in attendance. Scenario 1. We find the Klingon ship before they come out of cryogenic sleep. Geordi beams over a team to override the wake-up alarm. keep them asleep, wait for the Klingon ship praying, and let it be their problem. Scenario 2, we find the Klingons wide awake. Kalar is still applying monolithic Klingon culture to them and saying that they would no doubt realize where they are and start attacking outposts. Troy and Riker think maybe it's not that straightforward. Maybe they were on a scientific mission, or maybe they're reasonable or something. And Kalar's just like, you don't fucking understand my people at all.
Yeah, they don't do science. Science? Come on.
Right?
Again, she's sticking to her guns that, whatever their mission was, once they see a Federation target, they're going to shoot. Picard is still looking for options. Like, can we disable it instead of destroying it? Kalar's just like, kill him. LaForge is like, well, we could knock out their warp drive or something like that. Worf chimes in and says, Klingons don't surrender.
Klingons are a monolith.
And guess what? As they're talking, Data announces that they're detecting a ship.
Yellow alert on the bridge. They zoom in on the Klingon ship, which I read is a reuse from Star Trek The Motion Picture. And Data thinks that because their propulsion systems are inactive, it's likely they're still asleep. But then the Taong fires. I always want to say Taong. It's Tong.
It's the Tong. Yeah.
Get rid of the fucking apostrophe then. Then the Tong fires and cloaks. Fuck.
Wait. You can't mean...
We are mated.
Yes, I know. I was there. But
And now we must solemnize our union with the oath.
I am not going to become your wife.
You already are.
Don't give me that Klingon nonsense.
Geordi comes in, dick swinging, transferring engineering to the bridge. I love it every time.
I love it when he does it. Yeah.
So good. And he pretty quickly uses an old known defect in the Klingon shields of the era to locate the ship.
I mean, it's 75 years old, so they've improved Klingon technology since then. So yeah.
Interesting. Kalar pleads with Picard to let them die like Klingons in battle. And something in this maybe unexpected display of Klingon culture stirs something in Worf, and he's got an idea. But we don't get a conference room explainer of this idea. Rather, we take a passage of time break and then move to put the D right in the path of the Klingon ship. The Taong slows and fires again, and Picard says, let's give them a chance to look their enemy in the face. And he looks off camera and says, ready, Lieutenant? And this was such a fun reveal. I love this so much. They held all the cards right until the last possible moment.
Yep. Here comes Worf and Kalar, both dressed to the nines in Klingon battle gear.
Yes.
And Worf takes the seat at the captain's chair, and Kalar takes number 1 seat.
They get on the phone, and Worf's like, Captain Katemak, are you out of your fucking mind? Katemak is played by Lance Legault. This is an interesting cat. He was a personal friend of Elvis Presley and served as his stand-in and stunt double in a few of his movies. He was also a lounge singer and put out an album. Lots of voice acting credits, too. Just really super interesting guy.
Wow. Everybody wants to be a Klingon or an alien on TNG. They're like, all the stars are like, just make me an alien. I'm cool, whatever. I don't even need to have a speaking part.
Katemak is flanked by a couple other Klingons who don't have lines or names, and they go back and forth. Katemak is, as expected, in complete disbelief. This must be some kind of Federation trick. It is. And Worf just keeps repeating, I don't have time for your bullshit. Stand down, drop your shields, and stop being insubordinate. Katemak's like, well, what if I don't? And Worf says, then die in ignorance. They edge this right up to the last second as Worf gives Oswald orders to fire.
And he's like, wait. We'll lower shields. We'll do what you say. I yield command to you. And then he says, long live the Klingon Empire, trying not to sound like a complete coward.
Worf explains that Commander Kalar will board their ship and take command. Then they'll wait for the Klingon cruiser Prang to escort them home. And then he says, Captain, welcome to the 24th century, which is a line that several other characters have and will say in Star Trek. Picard has said it before. Janeway says it. Anyway, so they hang up the Skype call, and Picard and Riker come out of hiding. They've been in the ready room hiding out during this whole thing. And Worf returns command of the D back to Picard, and Picard praises Worf for a very fine first command. Riker asks, "How did you like command?" And all Worf can say is, "Comfortable chair."
Worf and the one-liners.
Mm-hmm.
So in the transporter room, Worf and Kayla are still in their uniforms. They're about to beam Kayla to the Tong, and O'Brien punches some buttons on the transporter pad thingy, and then Worf says, "I relieve you," and O'Brien's like, "What? Okay," and he's out. Like, O'Brien doesn't ask any questions. He's like, "Okay, I'm out," because they need to say goodbye.
Yeah, chair chat is deep this week as Worf and Kalar struggle to say goodbye. At first, Worf is still all business, talking about the next steps of this mission, and when she doesn't move to the transporter pad right away, he's like, "What? What do you want? Do you need something else?" And she's like, "God damn it, Worf, you'd just let me leave without another word, wouldn't you?" And she says she hid the truth from him. Last night did mean something to her, and she was tempted to take the oath with him, but she got scared. And she says she's never had such strong feelings for anyone. And Worf finally puts his shields down and says he feels the same way. So she's like, then it was more than just honor. Well, maybe next time we see each other, I won't be so easy to get rid of. Put a pin in that. They hold hands, and she goes to the transporter pad, and Worf says, "Kalar, I will not be complete without you," and beams her out.
Aw.
Aww.
God, they're so stubborn.
Right?
Both of them. They make me so mad. Just irritating.
Boy, I'm sure glad that's over with.
I'll be glad to be relieved of this cargo.
Me too.
It is done, and perhaps just as well.
Yeah, but you know, I learned something today.
I sincerely hope that this is the last time that I find myself here.
You just don't get it, do you, Jean-Luc? You see, of all the species, yours cannot abide stagnation. Change is at the heart of what you are. That is the exploration that awaits you. Not mapping stars and studying nebula, but charting the unknown possibilities of existence.
This episode dealt with so much. You have the old flame, you have the person stuck between cultures, you almost have a ship full of Klingons out of time, but that whole thing was just kind of a pretense to get Worf and his old boo thing back together.
Yeah, it's sort of just a little afterthought because that could have been huge.
That would have been so interesting to dig into.
But they only got an hour, so.
Right. Well, give me another one then, right? Again, like maybe if we were digging into the mindset of Japanese holdouts after World War II, like that would be an interesting way to explore it. A ship full of Klingons who have been out of contact for whatever and they don't know the war's over. That would have been a great way to explore that.
Yeah. Gosh, so like you said, so many. Worf, you can see Worf is coming around to the Starfleet way of thinking so much that it has changed his way of resolving conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And it's completely opposed to his Klingon nature. Oh, maybe there's another option. Because I think he said something like there's always more than one way to solve a problem. And that's so not Klingon. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah, but then how that translates into his interactions with Kalar and their relationship, like the Klingon approach would be to take what I want. You're mine, bitch. We fucked. It's over.
Yeah, and I'm gonna marry you. And then, but he doesn't employ that same thought there when it comes to feelings. Weird.
Yeah. He's caught between these two cultures also, in a way that wasn't spoken necessarily the way it was for her, but it's definitely showing itself in this episode.
Yeah.
And there is that like honor culture bullshit, like we fucked so we're married. That felt very like evangelical Christian to me, like feelings be damned. Nobody has autonomy in the situation. This is just what our culture does and what we say is right. So that's what we have to do, whether it really is right or moral or whatever. Like this is just how it has to be.
Yeah, I mean, logically, is that my question is for Worf? Logically, does that make sense to you that now she belongs? She's a person, or
Right.
she belongs to you now just because you fucked. No.
Yeah, his Klingon culture would say yes, but his Starfleet experience should challenge him in that thinking, I think.
Right. And it is interesting how some people can apply logic into certain areas of their life and not others.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But then also, who are we to say, well, your culture's bullshit. Your culture's wrong. Our
Right.
way is the right way.
Right. Yeah, true. Because it's their culture, and just because we do it differently doesn't mean. So I guess we're playing devil's advocate here
A little
too.
bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Because-
I think we have the moral high ground in saying that autonomy and consent is the right thing, is the moral, ethical, correct way to be. But then to go and say, now I'm going to apply that to you and your culture, which is different from mine, and force my ideas upon you. I don't know.
Yeah. And I guess the way that they did it was because she's half human.
Mhm.
She could say no, and of course it didn't make any sense to her because she's half human, so she doesn't have to adhere to those stupid Klingon cultures,
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's quite a conundrum.
Yeah, it really is. I'm so disappointed though, because I know how this storyline ends, and I so want Worf and Kalar to have this. I love Kalar as a character. No spoilers.
Yeah.
But having not seen this one in a long time, the hopefulness of it all
Yeah.
just makes me sad because I know what's coming.
Yeah, the passion that they have, and obviously they care about each other. They're great on screen together. Holy
Mhm.
shit. And I mean, there's something about her as the actress that just, yeah, she embodies every character that she plays, and she just does a Klingon really well.
Yeah, agreed. Anything else?
We talked about diplomacy rather than killing them all. Kill them all.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I like that the solution here is very creative. It was very like, okay, let's meet them on their own terms.
Mhm.
And it was a Federation trick,
Yes.
but
But it saved their lives.
yeah.
It saved lives. The Klingons as well as the Enterprise, because otherwise they were ready to. They already started shooting. So
Mm-hmm. And her next challenge would also have been nice to, spend some time in this idea of going onto this old Klingon ship that's out of time, 75 years or whatever, and trying to bring them up to current time. And that would be so difficult.
and also she is obviously not full Klingon.
Yeah.
And a woman. I mean, I know that Klingons do like respect women in battle a lot more than humans do, but the fact that she's half human would have been a problem.
Yeah. Are they going to accept her?
Yeah, they would have seen it too, because obviously it's pretty obvious she's not,
Yeah.
full Klingon. So that would have been interesting.
Yep.
We can handle all the pleasantries later. Now, let's get down to business.
I am willing to pay handsomely for you.
I think you've had a little too much to drink.
Now, what do you know about my money?
Your money.
The money he stole!
You stole his money?
Those vouchers I gave you were every bit as good as Latinum.
You can spend Latinum almost anywhere. Those vouchers are only good at your bar.
As always, we want to thank everyone who supports the show, and we want to give a special shout out to our founding admirals at patreon.com/humanisttrek. A big thanks to Ali, Peter, Sarah D, Bruce, the Baron Curid podcast, and some call him Tim. And before we finish this little segment, I wanted to share with you the Baron Curid podcast boys sent me a little USB drive
Oh.
that has the files of all their episodes on it.
Oh, nice.
How cool is that?
Thank you. I
Thanks,
just started
guys.
listening to them on Spotify because I was looking for the podcast and I was like, I don't know that they're on Spotify. Well, I found them. Thank you, Sarah, because you helped me.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone, for supporting the show.
Thank you, guys.
Kapla, warriors of the cosmos. Listen well. If you find Humanist Trek to be a worthy battle companion, prove your mettle. Leave a review like a victorious roar echoing through the halls of Stovokor. But for those with the heart of a true Klingon, ascend to greatness by becoming a patron. Pledge your support and earn the respect of warriors across the galaxy. Earn early access, battle-worthy merch, and bonus content that'll make your blood boil hotter than Klingon coffee. Visit patreon.com/humanisttrek and pledge a meager $3 per moon cycle. It's the honorable thing to do. And let it be known throughout the Empire that you have helped fuel the laughter heard from Kronos to the far reaches of Grethor. Ha!
Captain, Starfleet Academy is requesting an update on our estimated arrival.
Finalists, please take your seats.
I must admit you have a very fast mind. Once I realized it was a trick question, there was only one answer.
Although only one student will be chosen for the Academy, any of you could easily qualify. Candidates, good luck.
You got called to the superintendent's office. It's a story I'd like to hear.
Becca's back now with the answer to this week's Starfleet Academy Cadet Challenge question for the Emissary. Remind us the question.
In this episode, Susie Plaxton plays Kalar. We have seen her show up in all kinds of TV shows. She has done voice acting for Futurama, Family Guy, and Johnny Bravo, as well as recurring appearances on Dinosaurs, Mad About You, and How I Met Your Mother. But can you tell me how many times she has appeared in the Star Trek universe?
And I incorrectly said
3.
Allie incorrectly said
3.
And the correct answer is 4.
Yep, 4 times.
No, more than that. What's the correct answer?
I thought it was 3 different shows, but 4 times.
All right. Well,
Okay,
you're
here
wrong.
we go. Here we go. We're wrong multiple times.
Okay, whatever.
The Admiral is definitely incorrect.
In TNG, she played Vulcan Dr. Salar.
Yes.
In the Schizoid Man.
Oh, that wasn't the one I was thinking of. You were thinking of the Starfleet Academy Cadet Challenge. This is a different one. Okay.
Okay.
In TNG, in the Emissary and Reunion episode, she plays Kalar.
Mm-hmm.
In Voyager, in The Q and the Grey, she plays female Q.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Enterprise, she played an Andorian named Tara in Ceasefire.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love her. She's so good.
I do too. I do. She's just so good. I don't remember the Enterprise that well.
I don't either. One of the things that I did not know about Susie Plaxton was that she appeared in Dinosaurs with Michael Dorn.
Oh.
Michael Dorn also appeared in Dinosaurs. I loved that show when it was on.
Yeah, it was great. I loved that one.
Who did Dorn play? I think he played one of the elders. Yeah, voice of the elders.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man.
Oh.
You have missed out on a great
Was I
piece
like
of
how
our childhood.
You're
Yeah,
too old.
You're too
I'm
old.
too
Yeah.
old. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm too old because it doesn't sound like a show I would be like.
Yeah, it was like puppet dinosaurs, and they were.
I'm going to
family.
drop it to you.
It was a really cool show. It's like the original TGIF lineup, I think.
Mm-hmm. Was that a Henson creature?
I don't remember.
Oh, is this the one with not the mama? Not the
Yes.
Mama? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It is a Jim Henson production.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jim Henson,
I-
Walt Disney. Not
Vaguely.
the mama.
Not the mama. Yeah, I remember. But I mean, I was graduating high school when when this came out. I was not into
You had more important things to do.
Yeah, we were still kids.
like boys and other stuff. Yeah,
Boys and other stuff.
Uh-huh.
college, get a job. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Next week, we'll be discussing Star Trek The Next Generation Season 2, Episode 21, Peak Performance. A simulated war game suddenly turns into a real-life fight for survival when the crew is ambushed by a Ferengi battleship. Okay, I think here's what I remember about this episode. You remember anything?
Nope.
Does the name Kohlrami ring a bell?
Kohlrami?
Yeah. No Googling.
No, my phone went off.
Okay, so do you remember, how about Stratagema? Does that ring any bells?
No.
Okay, so this guy comes on the ship and he's supposed to be like observing this war game, and they switch all of their weapons over to like electronic battleship so they don't actually damage each other. And Riker gets sent to command this old beat up piece of shit ship that they have to like put back together. And then this Kohlrami guy also happens to be like the Stratagema universe champion. And it's this board game that you play with an opponent where they hook those things onto his fingers and it has the wires coming out of them. And they're like, this is how they play the game.
Like
No?
Battleship?
No?
Battleship.
God, all right. Well, I do remember quite a bit about this episode. It's not going to help me, but what is our question for peak performance?
What did the prop department repurpose as dilithium pieces?
Fuck.
The lithium pieces repurposed? Those are the crystals, I imagine?
Uh-huh, yep.
So, yeah, all that knowledge didn't do shit.
It didn't do a damn thing.
It didn't do shit for you.
Oh, God.
Repurposed. It looks like rocks, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Did they make it out of sugar candy or something? I don't know.
Oh.
I have no idea.
Okay. Was there a candy available at the time that looked like?
Repurposed.
I don't know.
What did the dilithium?
Like was a piece of some kind of lamp from the 80s or something. I don't know.
Oh, those like Himalayan salt rocks thing. No idea. Shoot.
Nope.
I'll say Himalayan salt rock thingies.
I'm going to go with a piece of a lamp. And if you want to get it wrong with us, you know how to do that. No cheating, no Googling. Head out to your social media. Share this episode with the hashtag Starfleet Challenge. And we will pick out a winner. And next week, we'll talk about Star Trek The Next Generation Season 2, Episode 21, Peak Performance.
Glory to your house.
Make it so, number one.
Humanist Trek is available wherever you replicate your podcast. Follow us on all the social medias at Humanist Trek. Become a patron at patreon.com/humanisttrek. Open hailing frequencies to podcast@humanisttrek.com and visit our website, humanisttrek.com. Humanist Trek is a production of Sarah Austin Media.